Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, Naturally Mini. Today I'm going to get a little personal and share something with you that's been on my heart lately. And it's why I never want to work the traditional 9-to-5 job ever again. Now don't get me wrong, working a traditional job served this purpose in my life, and for many years it was necessary. But now that I've retired and I've started this new chapter, I've realized I never want to go back to that world ever again. So let's talk about the reasons why. So let me take you back to where it all started. I was 18 years old and I was fresh out of high school. My mom strongly encouraged me to get a stable state government job. Of course I listened because when mama speaks, you know we listen. So I did what she told me to do. I started working for the state government. So by 19, I had my daughter. By 21, I had my first son. And that son was born with special needs. And that meant health insurance. And that was a non-negotiable for me. And back then, that was the 90s, the early 90s. And there was this thing called pre-existing conditions. And with health insurance, they could deny me coverage for my son because he was born with his physical disabilities. So I couldn't afford to risk switching jobs and losing our health insurance coverage. And you know, and then at times I remember nights when I look at my paycheck and I'm thinking like, dang, is this really it? Is this what my life will be forever? But I didn't have the luxury to dream bigger because I had mouths to feed and bills to pay. So tell me, have you ever felt like that? Have you ever felt like your dreams have been put on pause because life's demands are demanding, and that's just something you have to deal with? Once I stayed at the state job long enough to become vested, leaving the pension money on the table just didn't make sense to me. So I stayed another 10 years. And then COVID hit. I entered what's called the deferred retirement plan, and then I started working from home because of COVID. Eventually, when they started calling us back into the office, I retired. I couldn't take it anymore. I just retired, which I had the time in. I had the time in to receive my full pension. But let me tell you, those years were not easy for me. My last job was so demanding, especially on my brain. It was numbers, numbers, numbers all day. My shoulders were constantly tensed. My shoulders would be up to my ears all the time. I had to constantly and consciously relax my shoulders or book a massage just to feel like myself again, because they would be all the way up here. Seriously. The stress was unreal. And here's the thing, I never felt like I was living my purpose during my working years in state government. It was always about doing what I had to do when I had to do it, not what I wanted to do at all. And the stress, it didn't always just stay at the office. It followed me home. I'd come home and my kids would want my attention as well, but I was mentally drained. Even my hobbies suffered. I don't know if you know, but I had this YouTube channel before I started working this last job. But the mental stress and the load at work was so heavy on me and my shoulders and my ears, I just couldn't keep up with the YouTube channel. So I spent all day solving problems at work, and then I'd come home and there was absolutely nothing left for me. It was like a vicious cycle that I just could not escape. Then there's the small everyday things about the office life that just weren't for me. Like the good morning rituals. You walk in and it's good morning, how are you? How was your weekend? Did you do anything exciting? But if we're being honest, a lot of people don't actually listen to your answers. It's just like a segue for them to talk about themselves, not actually listening to you. So, and I'm not here for that anymore. And let's just talk about the office small talk. You know, sometimes it just feels so fake. You know, sometimes it's like, can we talk about anything other than the weather on Monday, please? Can we do that? You know, and then we have the office politics. You know, like who got promoted, who didn't, who bought the donuts. It's all just got to be so draining to me. And I mean, it's funny, you know, the way that I'm saying it, but it did sometimes add a lot of pressure on my shoulders as well. Now that I'm retired, I've realized just how much I value my freedom. I don't want to wake up to an alarm clock anymore. I want to wake up naturally when my body is telling me it's ready to wake up. And if I feel like lounging in bed for another extra hour or so, I want that to be my choice. It's such a simple thing, but it feels like the ultimate luxury to me. I also don't want to ask anybody else to take time off or justify why I want to take a 2-week vacation. I want to be able to travel and explore without worrying about the job that I left behind. I love traveling. There's nothing like experiencing new places without that little voice in your head saying, you have to be back to work on Monday. It's freedom in its purest form for me. And I definitely don't want work emails or phone calls interrupting my life when I'm off the clock. No, ma'am. So let me ask you, if you could design your perfect day, what would it look like? For me, it's waking up when my body says it's ready, spending time creating something meaningful, and being with people who genuinely care about me. Now, I know what you might be thinking, like, don't you still need money? And the answer is yes, I could use more money. Who couldn't? But you know, here's the difference. I'm choosing to create income in ways that align with who I truly am. I'm focused on doing work that excites me. Work that doesn't feel like work at all. I've realized, you know, I'm a hard worker. I've always been a hard worker. But I'm done with the stress of a 9-to-5 job. The great cubicles, I'm done with it. The daily grind that didn't align with my purpose, I'm done with it. So over it. Now I'm on a mission to create a life that aligns with who I truly am. And that's why I'm focusing on my YouTube channels. I have 2. And I want to create content that inspires and connects with people. Creating content that feels authentic to me. And I am here to tell you that it's never too late to reinvent yourself or dream a new dream. You're never too late. Whether you're 30, 50, 70, you can always choose a new path as long as you have breath in your body. It won't always be easy, but trust me, it's worth it. Now, if you're watching this and you're feeling stuck in a 9-to-5 job that drains you, I want you to know you are not alone. You can start small, take one step toward the life you want at a time. You deserve it. Before I wrap up, I want to hear from you. Are you currently in that 9-to-5, or have you already made the leap into something else? Share your story in the comment section. I love to know, and I'm sure the other viewers would like to know too. I'd love to know where you are on your journey and support you in any way I can. We can always inspire each other. That's my story. Working a traditional 9-to-5 job served its purpose in my life when I needed it the most. But that chapter is closed for me now. I'm writing a new story, one full of passion, creativity, and freedom. And so that's it, y'all. My reason for saying goodbye to the traditional 9 to 5 forever. Now, I hope my story resonated with you. And if it did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I upload videos. You won't miss a single one. And if you will, share this video with someone who may need a little encouragement today. Thank you for being here and supporting me on this journey. Until next time, remember, you have the power to create the life that feels true to you. So I want you to take care, and I will see you guys in the next video. Y'all have an amazing, amazing day. And I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.